All right, here we go. Getting some gameplay today with red-black Sabo. We got a matchup against yellow Luffy. We're gonna choose to go second in this matchup. Here's the deck list, by the way. We're gonna roll the dice one more time on this hand. We're gonna roll the dice one more time. Okay. I like having our stage to start off with, so we're trying out some of the new promo support. Today, let's go ahead and start off with our stage. And we'll play the koala out. We'll grab the dragon. And we'll ditch the Stussy and grab a 2K counter Sabo and pass the turn. Okay. So, tough matchup going against yellow Luffy today. Yellow Luffy just seems to never run out of life, the 6 life leader. They start off with an Onami 2-cost character on the board. On play, they get to give their leader Banish. Well, we're just going to have to take that life, our leader only being 4,000 power, but that's okay. We do draw a hack. That's going to be a good card to play on this turn. Yeah, I guess what we can do here is just use our stage. Let's ditch this hack. There we go. We get our 6-cost Sabo. Just what we were looking for. We'll play our 4-cost hack, and we'll go ahead and pass the turn. Really would love to see Sabo continue to do well in OP14. He's one of my favorite leaders from the OP13 sets. They start their next turn playing a Lilith on the board. And another Onami. So our opponent's getting aggressive. They're swinging in here. We could block, but we're going to go ahead and take this life as well. Get our leader up to full power. They don't really have any characters that I think are worth using our hack on KO. I think we got to save our hack on KO for if they get like a 4-cost Sanji on the board. Maybe a Kikanojo just to get their bodies off the board. Let's go ahead now, follow our game plan. Play our 6-cost Sabo, activate its effect. Now we can go ahead and start swinging in. We'll swing 7K at lead. All right, our opponent takes that life, and they do get a trigger. They do get a Kikanojo. So, unfortunately, we may have to save our hack to block KO the Kikanojo. We'll give them a life. Let's go ahead and use our stage. How many Rev armies do we have in the grave already? We have plenty. We'll ditch the Garp. We grab another 6-cost Sabo. We do see some of the new support here, but that 6-cost Sabo is just going to be such an engine for our game plan. We're going to go ahead and pass the turn, leaving our hack standing. Okay, and they play a Nico Robin, so they burn a life right away. We're down to 2 life. Our opponent putting a lot of pressure on us. We're going to block out of this attack, KO the Kikanojo. It'll give them an extra life, but we just want to try to control their board a little bit here. So we got a good matchup. This is honestly a pretty tough matchup if we can't burn their life quick enough. Yellow Luffy does run this one event that makes their leader unblockable, so they will be able to swing past our blockers. Nonetheless, we're going to try to develop our board as best we can. Let's start with our stage here. We do have a Sabo already in the trash, but no, we're going to ditch a Sabo. We'll grab the Searcher Koala. Really, it's just going to be a 1K counter in hand, most likely. We'll go with the Dragon, put 3 Rev armies back in the deck, and play out a 6-cost Sabo. Activate its ability. Activate our second Sabo, and we'll start swinging in here. Swinging at the lead, 8 at 5. Opponent takes that life, and no triggers drawn. No triggers drawn. I think I'm going to leave my blockers standing to guard our life here. I'm going to leave our blocker standing, anticipating they're going to try to swing in with this Nico Robin. We can try to block out. Okay, our opponent plays a Kuma on the board, so they get another life. So tough to balance our aggression. How much do we swing in to really burn their life versus how defensive do we play? We are going to use a blocker here with 1K counter as well. Block out of that attack. They swing with their Luffy. We'll just block with our other Sabo. They just go ahead and pass the turn. Could play a Stussy here. Could consider the Stussy play. But I think getting another Dragon is going to be a clutch play. The Stussy would be to KO their Kuma, giving them another life, but getting another one of their bodies off the board. But I think we're going to have enough blocker defense to be able to swing into the Kuma maybe next turn. I don't think we need to rush into just clearing it off the board right away. So we are going to play a Dragon here. put 3 Rev armies back in the deck, and then play another 6-cost Sabo. So I mean, with red-black Sabo, this is the ideal board. So if we can't beat Luffy when we get our ideal game plan, it's gonna be really tough to perform well with this deck. But let's see what we can do. We're gonna activate all of our Sabos. We're swinging in. Let's go for 10 at the Nico Robin. With lead, we're leaving 1 Don standing for our Waxing Fist if needed. I may just have to ditch the Stussy too with our stage, try to get another counter card in hand. We do land the KO. Okay. We're going 9 and 5. Opponent takes that life. Any triggers? No trigger. No trigger. Let's swing in with one of our blockers. We're going to leave 2 blockers standing, but we'll swing with one of them. Our opponent takes that life. Any triggers? No triggers. We avoid the landmine. Let's go ahead and use our stage. We'll ditch the Stussy and grab... Probably the promo Sabo is not going to be helpful in this particular matchup, at least not at this time. We'll grab a Bello Betty. Just a 1k counter in hand. Pass the turn. We see another Kuma hit the board. Opponent back up to 5 life. Luffy never runs out of life. And in order to KO their Kumas, we're going to have to give them even more life. They swing 11,000 at lead. They swing 11,000 at our lead. Let's go ahead and block out and use our Waxing Fist. Protect our Sabo. Our opponent ends their turn. So now, I mean, is it even worth it to play something? Let's go ahead and do a search. Is it worth it to grab a dragon here? Maybe. We could rush in with another attack this turn. Yeah, okay. I'm going to grab the dragon. Do we try to clear one of the Kumas off the board? I'm going to swing into a Kuma. This might not be the right play. We might need to just put pressure on their life. But I do want to try to clear their board. We do land the KO. Okay. Perfect. Let's go ahead and play the dragon. We get to give 2 rested Dawn. We'll give them both to the dragon here. Let's activate all of our Sabos. I mean, we just have a monster board right now. This board is insane. But our opponent has so many life. Okay. Is it worth it to leave 1 Dawn standing? I don't think so. But we'll start with a 9k swing at lead. Okay, they get a trigger. They get a Nico Robin blocker on the board. Swinging another 11k. They go ahead and block out right away. So they just utilize the free block. We're going to go... Do we swing with one of our blockers as well? Let's swing with one of our blockers. End the turn leaving 2 standing. They take that life. Any triggers? No triggers. And we'll end with a 10k swing at lead. Okay, we're just chipping away. And they do get a trigger, so they get a Kikanojo on the board now. Alright, we're down to 2 life. We don't have much in hand. We do have 2 2k counters and a 1k counter. It's going to be tough, though. It's going to be tough. And our opponent rushes in with a Bonnie. Our opponent rushes in with a Bonnie. They swing right away. Do we just block out of this attack? Do we take this life? I'm going to take this attack. All right, our opponent has 3 lives left. They have 7 cards in hand. We may just need to swing all out at their life next turn. Yeah. Okay, so our opponent gets us down to 0 life. Let's ditch the Bello Betty. See if we can't grab a 2k counter. No, we'll replace it with the 1k counter here. Okay, we're gonna leave 1 Dawn standing for our Waxing Fist. If our opponent has that 1 cost unblockable event and they swing in with their leader for 14k, our leader will be 6k plus 4, 10k. We have 2k, 2k, 2k. We have enough counter to get out of 1 attack. That's for sure. So I think trying to KO this Jewelry Bonnie is definitely worth it. Let's go 14 at the Bonnie. Let's go 14 at the Bonnie. Really put some pressure on them. If they want to protect it, they're going to need a lot of cards out of hand. And then we're going to swing in pretty heavy again. Okay, the Bonnie goes. Let's go 9 at life. Ooh. Our opponent uses a You'll Frighten Me. No, they weren't able to use the You'll Frighten Me because they had 3 life. Technically, they technically had 3 life when they used the You'll Frighten Me, but they do get a trigger, so they get a Kikanojo on the board. Another Kikanojo. We're going to swing in 9 at lead. Probably, I could have swung 11 at lead. Could have swung 11 at lead, but we still get the life. And our opponent does use their Usopp trigger to give their leader plus 2,000 for the turn. We're going to pass the turn. 3 blockers standing. Each of our blockers has 8k power. Let's see if they swing in, if they try to go wide, or if they try to use their unblockable event. Our opponent's down to 1 life. They do use the unblockable event. We anticipated this. But their leader is plus 2,000 from the Usopp. They swing in 16,000. Oh gosh. Do we have the counter? Waxing Fist. 2k, 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 1k. We counter out of that attack. Oh my gosh, we counter out of the attack with everything we got. And we're going to block. Block. We've got 3 blockers. Block. Swing with your Kuma. Block. They got no more swings at our life. And our opponent goes ahead and concedes. We kept the counter enough in hand, and we are able to keep our board strong enough and all of our blockers to block all of their attacks. Red, Black, Sabo, proving they can still hang in OP14. We take down Yellow Luffy. Great game. GG's to our opponents. Let's see. Is there anything to break down from this game? Yellow Luffy just gets so many life, and they have so many characters with on-KO effects that give them more life. Part of it is just, first of all, hoping we don't run into too many triggers from their life as we swing in, and then also keeping that balance of leaving our blockers standing, or how aggressive do we get with swinging in. But Red Black Sabo getting the job done. GG's. We'll be back with another one. Peace.